brand new empty space to build a cool new studio in. I'm so excited to show you around today. It's a completely blank slate, and so I'm going to tell you exactly kind of what I have planned for it, thoughts. I don't have all of the details figured out yet, but I'm very, very excited. Get one thing out of the way right now. It's going to be bad lighting today. It's going to be shaky video because I want to walk you around, and I don't have anything real proper on me right now. I'm waiting for my boxes of studio gear to arrive. Hopefully that's happening this week. So we've got a lot to cover today. Angelique says, new spaces are always fun. They are indeed. I am so excited about the move, the fresh slate, and we've got really cool new interesting things to explore today. So I am going to walk you around. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty traditional looking bedroom, right? In a home here in America. And got a non-traditional home a bit. Certain rooms are awesome and unique, and I love the home. I love it, love it, love it. I know, Paul. Okay, I will say I had a really tough time at Ecamm camp and not telling you when I found out you were in San Fran. But yes, thank you so much. Apparently a ton of you are in this area. So, you know, I did not realize that. But I've been to this city so many times over the years with my tech career. And so I kind of know parts of it well already. But okay, yes, let's talk about this. Okay, seeing how you approach challenges in a new space will be so valuable. We have so many challenges in our new space. I would love for you guys to tell me what different challenges you have faced. Tell me all. Like, drop everything in the comments. What challenges have you faced? I'm going to walk you through my challenges in this space here in a minute as I show you around. But the reason I actually like this, because like I said, like I actually have some really cool spaces in this home, but like one of them, for example, is like a sunroom, like no control in the light there, right? So like that's not happening in terms of a studio space, even though it would be super cool. But that's going to be for my personal life and just relaxing and enjoying all my plans. But I like this room for a studio for two reasons. One, it is more of a traditional space, unlike my previous studio, which was super unique all over the place, right? With the brick walls and all of that. That had its challenges, of course. But I like this because it's more like what most people who I help build video studios for are dealing with in this kind of bedroom look and environment, right? We've got windows, we've got doors. The other reason that I like it is the fact that it has carpet. I am personally not a fan of carpet. I much prefer hardwood floors, but it does help with audio, right? Otherwise, I have to find other ways to control the audio. So that's going to help tremendously. But you know, I definitely I have some things to kind of work around. So let me see, just real quick. It's different spaces equals different challenges and benefits. Tell us yours. Yes, please do so. So Angelique had to rewire the electrical and add outlets on new circuits to avoid ground loop issues. I've been in similar situations as well. Yeah, so we're going to talk about background. I think background is definitely I've got so many things in my mind for background, but first I have to decide on camera placement. And I love, okay, before I walk you around, I love showing you kind of the process of decisions that have to go into this for your sake, right? In the Bold Video Bundle, you know that we have that program that is literally paint by numbers style system that walks you through exactly what to do, and you don't really have to make decisions. But you come into a new location like this, or you're dealing with the existing location that you have, and you do have to sometimes make certain decisions, right? So I want to walk you through, and not just today. This will be super raw, super rough, but in some videos that I will shoot and release on this channel, I'm going to show you the processes that I go through each and every time I build a studio for myself, for our clients, for our students, etc., etc. Yes, so this studio was very unique for sure, the old studio, but this studio has amazing potential. I think it does. I really think it does. These are kind of one of the things that you kind of have to say, oh, yeah, right. We'll talk about paint. We'll talk about all of that. Thank you very much, Marco. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's get into set the stage. I have a few things. So with this home, had to think about a few different things of like, where am I putting things and how much space do we need, right? So one thing was I need my main studio, right? I need my studio that is set it and forget it. You know how much I love and recommend that you have one of those. You just flip a switch or say, you know, Siri, turn the lights on or whatever. Great. Now Siri's wanting to turn the lights on. So sorry if I triggered yours. But the set it and forget it is really, really important. However, I also have some other things. I have the Bold Video Bundle setup that I use to demo the program itself. And so I need that set up. I also, because I use it for demos and pictures and things like that. Then I also have like a tech test station that I want. Here's where I start. I think if I could have my dream, everything I could possibly want in a studio, what do I want, right? I want my set it and forget it that never gets touched, never gets changed until I screw myself and change it. But I want something that's just solid, that isn't changing constantly. I want a Bold Video Bundle setup so I can show you how simple it can be, because you know my studio, my set it and forget it studio is going to be a little over the top because that's what I do. But I want the simple setup that I can really demo simple professional use cases. I also want a test station. As you know, I get a ton of product for review. When I get, product like the Rodecaster video in for review, I don't want to mess with my main studio. So I want some kind of setup that is kind of always changing, that isn't messing with my main studio. And then we need to think about Renee's studio as well, right? And so we have multiple things going on and we don't have that many rooms. We do have some, different unique spaces that we can kind of shift. So I'm kind of starting in here, and eventually you guys will see some of the other space that I'm looking at to kind of transfer, set up maybe one of these additional studio spaces, right? The piece of an empty studio, it won't last long, that is for sure. Once my gear arrives, and I believe that's happening this week, then I am going to town. Thank you so much, French Press, appreciate you. Where is the Christmas tree going? Probably downstairs. I don't know. Maybe I am gonna have it. Maybe I need it. Jill in the house. Maybe I do need it in the studio. I'll think about that. Okay, so here's kind of, I'm just gonna show you this. This was before I left Washington. So thank you, Mountain Goat. I'm so excited to build out this new studio, these new studios. So I have some ideas. I have some ideas that I'm going to walk you through here in a second. But before I knew what location I was going to, how many rooms I would have, I knew nothing about where I would wind up. I drew this. And this was my rough, like, if I could dream big, I think this would be super, super cool, right? To have like main set, and you guys know, I do not draw. I am not artistic in any form or fashion. So feel free to make fun of my stick people. Hello, Brandy. I know, left just in time. The Pacific Northwest is rainy. And I gotta say, Abby is spectacularly happy in California. She is getting sun in November, mid-November. It's almost Thanksgiving and she's just basking in the sun all day. So she is very happy. She's right here, by the way. You'll see her in a second. I need to feed my stick people. Yes, I do. Okay, so we have like, if I had my choice, I would have like a main set with lights and everything. And then the bold and the test station would actually use the background, use the main set as the background. I thought that, that would be really actually a cool vibe for some of the other like more raw videos or test stations, right? I thought that would be super, super cool. Oh my gosh, Kenneth, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. I appreciate all of gosh, guys, I just want to take a moment real quick. Thank you for all of the support. It was, I've been very private lately, as you can probably tell, and and I have just been flooded with so much support and love. We both have, and so I just want to say thank you for that. Are we playing Pictionary? We might as well. This is my version, right? So I thought that would be cool. And then I also wanted a portable or movable kind of cam on wheels with my Rode Wireless Pro wireless setup. So those were all of the things that were in my brain. Now, let me run around here, give the stick people food. Okay, so we've got, I'm gonna kind of show you the whole room here. So we've got a wall here. This wall is, I have it written down. So this wall is a half wall because the bathroom and closets are right through here. So it's a half wall. That's 6 foot. This wall to the window is about 4 feet 10. This wall is from the shutters to there is about 10 feet. And then we also have this wall, which is also 10 feet from wall to wall or end to end. So we've got Abby. Say hi, Abs. She's just sleeping. She's not in the sun yet. Okay. So obviously, oh, shoot. Hold on, I just disconnected the camera. Whoopsies. I knew something was going to go wrong. All right, let's see if we can get that back up and running. All right, I know the last window is unfortunately placed, right? This window, not the ideal. However, I have some views that I really enjoy out of both of them. So one of the challenges is actually, here, let me do some fancy camera switching. So one of the challenges is that I actually want to do more calls in the studio space as opposed to having a completely separate, but we may actually have a separate calls set up. Still, all of this is to be determined. But I would like to be able to take advantage of the views out of the window, but it's going to be kind of awkward, especially with that window right there, right? So yes, I am keeping the carpet, lol, because of the audio benefit from that, right? Because that's one of the reasons I like this room in the house, because it has carpet, because That's going to help with audio. I don't care what color the walls are because I'm going to hide all of that anyway, right? And so, okay, here are a couple of ideas. I could put the desk here facing that where the camera is facing this way and use the whole 10-foot wall here to be able to use to basically use that whole 10-foot space, right? So I would have more width here or depth here. Like let's say the desk is kind of right here with all the camera stuff there pointing that way. The challenge with that is these shutters, if I want to open them, then bleh. The other option is either using that as the background, or let's see if I can not disconnect the camera this time, or using this corner. So one of the things I thought, let me put this back down. I told you it was going to be raw today. Well, hello, Renee. It's going to be. It is going to be. Carpet keeps the feetsies warm, so my wife says it does. Also, fuzzy socks. Oh, I'm not wearing them. I changed. Fuzzy socks also keep the feet warm. So here's what I'm thinking. Either one setup. Either I could take that idea, right? That idea where I was like, ooh, I could use the back, like one of the things could use the other set as a background. I could totally do that. But I'd have to go fully catty corner in order to do that. And because of the half wall and then the door here, that's gonna be a little tricky. Here's the thing. We're not going to share a studio, like the same background and cameras. He has his cameras, I have my cameras, and we don't use the same. And he has his channel, I have my channel. We don't want to mix that. That's just not a thing. But I am thinking one option is the smack dab. I did a video studio like this for one of our clients, our custom build clients, and I could put it in the middle. I could put all of the mounting gear right here in the middle, face one of them that way, face one of them this way, right? Angle whichever way makes sense. That way there's two completely separate studios happening. But everything is mounted. That way we like use the same mounting, then kind of separate out. So yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Daniel, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Our new studio is my husband's office as well, so we had the same challenge. Yeah, here's the thing. So we do both have calls at the same time. So that's why I'm thinking like there's one place in another part of the house that we might steal for like a call setup or a full-on studio. I just don't know yet, right? This is truth right here. This is truth. Yes, indeed. I fully agree with that. Maximize your options. I think that would be a pretty cool way to maximize the options. That way, two separate computers, and maybe I use all of this space. Maybe I steal all of this space for mine, we put his in another area, like, or we share the room, but separate studios. So yeah, all of it's like open. How big is your room for 4 stations? I love that. So, basically it's basically a 10 by, I'd say it's probably basically by like a 10 by 12 in here. So yeah. Or set decorations on wheels. That is a possibility. I would only do that so when you have that, which is a great idea, you have to have enough space to store that stuff too, right? To get it out of the way. So that's something to consider it. I think, lol, we both have plenty to not fight over. Like all mine, all his, we're both geeks. Like, I think it's gonna be fine. Let's see. Yeah. We've definitely talked about that. Definitely don't have like the best internet that I wanted, but it is what it is. Good enough. It's good enough. So you should have seen, Paul, my excitement at the closet space here. Very extra large closets all over the place with lots of organization things in them. And so, yes, Angelique, please do. I would love to see that. Correct. We can, but I don't think we will. Don't think we will. But let's see. Oh, the closets. So there is a huge closet for like big gear that's going to work out really well. And then there's another closet right here within the parameters of this room. There's another closet with a lot of shelving that's perfect for like lenses and all the smaller boxes of stuff, right? So I think I'm super excited about the storage, which is a stupid thing to be excited about, but nonetheless, I do know that one way or another, Abby is going to need a throne and a camera. That is a definite, right? So we will have to figure that out. And yeah, so what are y'all's thoughts? You like, I mean, there's nothing to like or dislike yet, but okay, let's talk about backgrounds actually. So this is the way I process like my brainstorming when I'm in a studio. I just walk around it. And also pro tip, look at it from the camera lens. Do not make any decisions based on your eyeballs. Only make decisions based on what the camera lens sees. What is your emergence? Oh, that's a great question. I'll get right back to you on that. Somatic. Sorry. Oh my gosh. You guys with the super chats. Daniel, Mike, everybody super chatting. Thank you guys so very much. I do appreciate it. Solid gold throne. Okay, so backgrounds. If I do something like center mounted, then I am going to have less depth to work with. If I do something like here, cameras, and use all of that space, that 12-foot space, then I have more depth. I don't think I want to do that because it takes up the entirety of it. So if I want to have all of these multiple scenarios and use cases, then I need to kind of condense. So one of the things that I'm thinking, lots of dancing space. Yes, very important. So one of the things I'm thinking are textured backgrounds. But so they have lots of textured backgrounds, and when I start creating content around this, I will show you. In fact, Trace Dominguez, I don't know if anybody remembers him. Probably some of you actually watch his channel. I am in the middle of filming some interesting recording. What am I, from the 20s? No. So Trace Dominguez and I are doing a collab on some of the work that he's doing in his own studio, and we talk in depth about background options. So I can't wait to get that video out. That's going to be kind of a longer shooting process because he has to actually build, like he started from scratch, just like I am. And so these multiple things are being shot at the same time. So that's really fun. But yeah, there's like the depth is overrated because there's a lot of ways to deal with it, right? Okay, let's see. Um, where am I? Okay. So textured backgrounds are an option. What I had in my previous studio with the colored backdrop is also an option as well. I don't know what he's thinking about in terms of his background. I think it'll probably depend on where, but those are kinds of the things that I'm thinking about, is to kind of use as much space as possible and not so much worry about depth, because I had a lot of depth at my old place. What's your emergency streaming setup right now? Right now what I've got is I have the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. No, just the Sony ZV-E10 with a 16 millimeter lens that I was walking you through and showing you that. I've got my laptop and I've got the Rode Wireless Go. So that's what we are using today. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Yeah, Trace is doing some really cool, fun stuff that we are going to highlight the process of for sure. Stuart. Oh, Sammy's redoing his studio. Who else is redoing your studio? I love it. This is awesome. I have no idea. You're going to have to ask him what he's thinking in terms of what that backdrop may look like for him. But I don't think he'll probably go with the same thing. But yeah, it should be quite a lot of fun to just dream big and play and explore. Here's the challenge: traveling a lot for the holidays, so don't even have my gear yet, so it may be a little bit of a slow process. Just is what it is. Life is what it is. But that's everything that we have kind of going on here. I am gonna hold off showing you the other location that I want to use for studio setup stuff. But I think that'll be super useful to achieve everything that we're looking to achieve. I know, but I just want there for sure. Slow is slow sometimes. It sure is. So anyway, what else? You guys said that you were, hold on, I'm just kind of looking. Okay. Yeah. So Susan, hopefully that I answered your question. I was just looking at what I missed. And I didn't even pull up questions from the team. My apologies. Sorry, Kathleen. I don't even know what we had. There we go. Yeah, I think I answered everything organically. Okay. Oh, Sammy wants to know, are you going to get any plans for the studio? So here's, I didn't talk about this. Thank you, Stuart. So you guys know I had a lot of plans. And when I started packing up, I had to pack up super, super quickly. But I had to make hard choices with plans, really hard choices. There was a lot of unknowns on the other end of that move. Like we had no place secured. So like I didn't know where I was going to be, didn't know anything. Going to be kind of on the go for a while. And so I chose to to find new homes, to rehome all of my amazing plants with the exception of 4. So I brought 4 with me that I thought could travel really well. So that was incredibly hard, like incredibly hard. That was probably the most anxiety I felt about the whole move. I was like, I want to give away my plans. But I found amazing homes for all of them, kept a few that were really, really near and dear to my heart and would also travel well, and decided that fresh starts is what's happening here all over the place. My God, what is happening with Super Chats? You guys, You're gonna make me cry. Thank you so much, French Press, to be used for a non-techie housewarming gift. For my two of my favorite YouTube people-y persons. That's hilarious. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Like I said, you guys have been nothing but incredibly amazing, and loving and supportive and celebratory. So I really, really appreciate that. But yes, Plant Streaming Pros is still on, just with 4 plants for now, and then I will absolutely, yeah, super generous chats. You guys are insane, but awesome. I appreciate you so much. You never have to do that. So yeah, maybe they'll go for, maybe it'll all go to plans, food. I think everybody said something different. But yeah, so definitely I will have plants. I have an amazing room in this house for plants, and I cannot wait to fill it. But, I don't know if I will, I will certainly have some plants in here. The only trick, the trick is these shutters. If I decide to like leave them open, I can't work without, like I have to do studio stuff with no outside view, right? No sun, no nothing. Shut it all out. And I have these, actually they're bringing in more light than they do. When I flip the shutters, it actually removes most of the light. So that'll be totally fine. But my whole point being, I don't know if plants will do super well here. It depends on how much I can open them or not, you know, that kind of thing. Oh my gosh, Marcus, you guys, group pressure. Oh, I'm glad that y'all are so happy. I cannot wait to share this journey with you, and have you, you know, support this process with your ideas. And also I hope that this process that I'm about to go through is going to benefit you in such a powerful way to make better decisions in your own, right? So that's a huge thing. I know we're gonna need Callie to come visit. Callie, I'm sure will come visit. Okay, here's the other thing. Somebody asked this earlier and I missed it. What about when Callie comes to stay over? Where's she going? Originally, this studio was also supposed to be guest. I don't know if that's going to happen. Don't know if that's going to happen. We shall see. But originally, one of the ideas was to put like a sofa bed as maybe one of the backdrops. That way, but then you're dealing with space because you have to like undo the sofa bed. Anyway, she may be on an air mattress. Who knows? But I can't wait for her to come out and do some... That's funny. A brick wall sticker, yes. Building, oh, Chuck in the house. Hi, Chuck. Building a new studio is tons of fun. We put Kelly in one of those amazing closets. And I'm going to be sharing all of it for sure. Move to the San Francisco Bay Area. You can find that announcement on my Instagram. Band's getting back together at some point. I mean, so somebody asked, like, guests can get a hotel room. That's a good point too, Mike. Somebody asked, I don't know what they asked, but basically Callie had left before I left Washington, Portland area. And so she was already gone. She left me first. She left me. Alexa, pack up the studio. That would be awesome. Oh my God. Could we do that? That would be so crazy. Agreed. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's actually a really good point. There would be enough room for her to sleep with the plants. Marco agrees with Mike. Get in the hotel room. Just go away. That's true. The mind warp of maximizing space. Every time I think I figured it out, we're hit with another challenge. You know, and here's the thing. Angelique, you're not alone. There's uh, there's it's always a work in progress, right? This is why with my bold video bundle that I set it up the way I did so that you could have a simple yet professional video set up. Super quick, super easy, done. But there are times I can hear the echo. But there are times when, you know, you do need to customize, go deeper, things like that. And so that I think it's normal, Angelique. You're not alone in that. And also, nothing has to be perfect, right? So just take it as it comes and don't expect to have something perfect that never changes. Like something's always going to change. Somebody asked if I had updated my, JFK, updated my ZBE 10 yet. Scariest 15 minutes of my life. Wait, what happened? Have I been in move mode and didn't hear something? Was there like a firmware update or something? What did I miss, JFK? Are you nervous about having a big space? Because I'm coming from an 850 square foot studio apartment for 4 years. No, not nervous. It's a good thing in my new phase of life for sure to have some space. So not nervous at all. I love where we wound up. Super happy with it, and there's just so much possibility for exploration here. And so, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, if only. But yeah, if you want V2.1, okay, cool. I will look that up. Thank you very much, Marco. I really appreciated all of your support. Seriously. Thank you for that. For both of us. Okay, so I don't remember what I was going to say. I don't remember what I was saying at all. Whatever. Second Luria relocation as a subscriber. Damn, I'm old. Hey, I'm close to 20 years doing this stuff. Any new gear for the... Okay, that's a great question, Sammy. Not a lot. Because I think I have, backgrounds will be new. In terms of actual gear, like I brought 7 Varipoles. 7, I think, Varipoles. And I think it depends on how I go, right? But in terms of gear, not really. I don't think I need much else. It'll just be about configuration. The thing that I am changing is those curved monitors. I am going flat monitors, and so I will be looking for Black Friday specials on flat monitors. I have a couple, but I want to really make it look really cool. But with flat, the curved monitors just really didn't. I don't like operating with them. Some people love it. Some people love those, but yeah, I've got so much gear I've never used. So who needs the window day lighting anymore? Yeah, we absolutely want to control the lighting, and that will be the case. There will be one in the other location that we may use for studio space, and it's studio space I'm kind of referring to as like mine, the kind of test station, calls, just regular calls, like all of that can be combined. So it's not like I need one studio for each different use case. Some of that will be combined, but one location is not window controllable. So that is also something I cannot wait to show you as I build that out. If we choose to use that space, and how I'm going to be able to control the lighting more so in a space that isn't controllable. So that's going to be super awesome. Living space and audio. Yes, I am really looking forward to separation of work and personal. Like, yes, so much so. I know, Justin. I know, Justin. I've been eyeing your setup for sure, for sure. So speaking of Black Friday, first and foremost, you need to enter the giveaway that I'm partnering with Ecamm on. We're going to drop a link to that giveaway. If you have not already gotten all the possible points, go do that today. Do not skip out on that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Kathleen, your tech coach, is going to be dropping that link in the chat room right now. You have a possibility of winning not only stuff from us, stuff from other Ecamm partners, but also M4 Mac. I think it's the mini that they're giving away. So awesomeness. I want to win it myself, but I can't. So I have to buy mine. But yeah, actually that's the new gear I may, any new gear would be like in the computer space and monitors. I think that's pretty much all I need because I have cameras galore and everything I could possibly use. So I think that's fine. But what was I? Sorry, I'm behind on comments now. I keep forgetting what I was going to say because I'm like all over the place in my mind. Oh, speaking of Black Friday, that's what I was. You all want to pay attention to my socials and email and live streams over the Black Friday month of November. But it's benefiting me right now since I'm setting up a whole new space. So I'm like, bring on all the deals now, which usually I'm like, come on. But right now I'm like, I need a lot of things. So like, bring on those deals. So anyway, you're going to want to pay attention to social. I'll be sharing any deals that I find as well. What worries you most about the space or setting up the studio? It's a great question, Lol. The thing that nothing really worries me. I mean, I think that's a really strong term. I've set up so many damn studios over almost 20 years doing this that I'm not really worried about anything because I know from experience that anything is fixable. As Marie Forleo says, everything is figure-outable. I love that term. I live by that term. But I think the thing that I think will provide the most challenge is the multiple use cases that we have with somewhat limited space because we want to keep a separation of work and personal. So that's actually really important to me. And that extra space that I haven't shown you, that's where that's going to fall apart. But I think it can be done in a way that still provides that separation. But I'm trying to fit as much as I can here in this space. So I think that's the biggest challenge. Wow. Wow, Dave. That's insane. That is insane. Yes, for sure. I know that, yes, that is one of the things, right? Because they don't fit well with other things. So they kind of take up too much space. And then it just kind of gets awkward moving your mouse in, but not really that, but like, I don't know, the placement of them. I just didn't really jive with the curved monitors from my perspective. I know they look cool on camera, but I think I can make them look really darn cool with a flat. So I am using Ecamm software to bring up comments on screen. So I have all kinds of content around how obviously this is like super raw. This is not my studio, but from my old studio. If you browse around this YouTube channel, you're going to find tons of teaching, training, tips. I have courses available as well. So one of the things that you can do is just kind of browse around. I use Ecamm specifically, but there are all kinds of different options. And I do have a video specifically about the different options and what pros and cons are about each. So hopefully that would help you. And if you are wanting to do more lives, video production, podcasts. By the way, thanks for all of the congratulations on me being on the board of the Podcast Hall of Fame. We are working to do some new things within the Podcast Hall of Fame arena. I was inducted a long time, years ago, I don't remember when, but I'm excited to be able to do some new things there. Anyway, my point being, Somatic, if you want to watch subscribe, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos going forward as well. You'll see there's a big gap of inconsistency in the last little while because I've been moving and traveling and all kinds of things. Will you be running new Ethernet cabling to help with your internet? I don't really have a problem with internet. So right now using a Wi-Fi, like a mesh network, but there's not, well, I don't really, this is my first stream from it. Have there been any issues? From my tests, there haven't been any issues that I need to fix. I will absolutely be connecting to Ethernet, but I don't think I will need to run Ethernet cable if you know what I mean. So that's my answer to that. But I still have to like do all the tests and all of that stuff too. Thank you very much, French Press. Again, I appreciate your super chat. And I look forward to years of it as well. Organized storage is important. Very, very true. How many computers do you have? Tons. I've lost count. I've never moved away from my birth city. What is that even like? I don't even know how to, like I've been the total opposite. I've moved a ton. I've lived many places and I am not afraid to move. Like I'm not that you're afraid to move. I didn't mean like that. I just mean like Callie is even more so this way than I am, but she'll pick up and just go any which way whenever she feels like it. I have a sister who's like that as well. I put a little bit more thought or plan into it, but this time not so much. I mean, there was obviously thought in it, but yeah, like I didn't have a plan in place. Usually I am, I don't know. Okay, let me answer that. What is it like to move to a new place? It's exciting. I find it incredibly exciting. While I was a little sad to leave what I love about the Pacific Northwest, it was also, the winters are very rough, and this girl is getting older and the winters are rougher for her. And, you know, this has so much more sun, so much less rain and cold. And so I have, like, it's super exciting because there's so much to explore. And it doesn't matter where you are moving to. I would love y'all's thoughts on this as well. Like, but the question was like, what's it like to move to a new city? I find it so exciting because you get to find new stores. You get to find where you're shopping, you know, for your groceries, fresh, explore new, you know, restaurants, new hikes, new paddleboarding adventures, new all of the things. So for me, I find it a very exciting time to live in a different city. And it's just full of exploration and newness. And I love that. A lot of people don't like change. So, but I'm a big change fan, if you will. So Rita, hoping Black Friday has awesome storage organizing deals. Yep. All right. If you can build it, you can fix it. Yes, for sure. The ZVE10, DJI. Is it easier to make decisions for other people's studios but find it difficult for your own? That's a great question. No, maybe a little. That's a great question. Maybe a little bit. I tend to like think like it is very easy because the work I do to like see a space and tell people like, oh, this is exactly what you should do with it. I think when I come into a completely blank slate like this, where I'm trying to accommodate so many different things, it's a little bit more difficult. But when I remember when I moved into the old place, it wasn't actually that difficult. I kind of knew exactly what I wanted in that space, and I didn't have a lot of room to work with anyway. But it was more about placement and like what the angle of the background was going to be. But I knew immediately I wanted Japanese modern design. I knew immediately I wanted to make it a homey feel. I knew a lot immediately. So I would say, I guess it depends on the space, for sure. Do you think Ecamm will ever be able to offer remote production? I certainly hope so. It's one of my, it's definitely one of my like top list of on my wish list for Ecamm. But I have some other things that are even more on the top of my wish list for them. So, it's the Google Wi-Fi mesh network. I don't know if we're going to keep that one or keep with it. I still have, I've been in it a week. Like literally, it's been a week of being in this space without furniture, without studio, without anything. So I really haven't had a chance to like put things to the test to see what I'm happiest with or not. So I'll keep you in the loop if you're needing to buy one, but it is a good solid one that depending on like, you know, how many places or floors or anything like that, that could be useful for you for sure. So if it is available on, you know, Black Friday deals, then I would jump at it. It's solid for sure. Okay. I'm so behind. Yes, exactly. This was like the short way of saying it. It's a fresh start. New friends, new experiences, new beginnings. Ooh, I love it, Victor. That's exciting. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Debbie, we moved to the San Francisco Bay Area. Okay. Yeah, beautiful area. There's so much beauty of different kinds here, with lots of exploration possibilities. So I'm very excited. New coffee shops, yes, totally, Kathleen. Totally. New restaurants, new coffee shops, new places to sit and work for a while. So do you know if Ecamm supports all Blackmagic deck links, the design deck links, or just some? I could only find a few on their website. I've used a few I've used the deck link for like the 4 version for client studio builds, and it works fine. So yes, Ecamm does support it. I don't know if there's a particular version that you're looking at. So if there's a totally unique version that you're looking at that you're not finding support on, but the good news is you can always return these things if you do it quickly enough. New things for Abby to sniff too. Yeah, she is 1000% totally loving it here. She's getting so much sun. It's unbelievable. It was actually kind of windy yesterday, but outside of that, she is loving it. Good lens for the Sony ZV-E10 for car vlogging. So car vlogging, I would not put a Sony ZV-E10 in a car. I just wouldn't. Why do you want to use that one? Why not use one that's meant, oh, you're doing vlogging. For some reason, I'm an idiot. For some reason, I heard something totally different. Okay. So if you're going to use the Sony ZV-E10 and figure out a way to mount it, depends on how much width you want in the car. Do you just want the passenger? Because you should not be vlogging while driving. Just saying. Do you want it just on the passenger? Do you want it Like, are you trying to capture the whole of everything? Are you trying to capture the back seat? Like, all of those decisions need to be made before you decide on a lens choice. Like the 16 millimeter, for example, that I'm using now, as you can imagine in a car, like you would see out the windows. And so like a 30 millimeter might be more like in the car. So think about the feel that you want. And I do have a video on this channel that shows you the different lens choices and the zoom and what they look like for sure. Yeah, oh, definitely. I'll definitely be hardwired for sure. Both of us will be hardwired. I was just saying earlier that I'm not probably routing hardwire. I've got hardwire. I mean, I've got the ability to connect straight from this room. So I'm going to be fine there. Just, I don't have all of that gear in here yet. Because I don't have anything here yet. I cannot wait for the delivery of my stuff. I cannot wait. Yay, Sarita. Apparently a ton of people are in the Bay Area, which is crazy. I did not realize that about this audience. So 4-camera dash cam, there you go. Just follow Victor. Okay, you guys, thank you again. Thank you from the bottom of both of our hearts for all of the love and support that you have been throwing our way. Definitely, big change for me, for both of us. And I am so excited for the studio space to come alive. And like I said, it will be a little slow, but I will keep you updated. You'll see the progress week to week as I'm streaming. There is some travel coming up, so that'll slow down the process. But I have so much to do in this space, but it's going to be a super fun project, and I will share all of the challenges, the fixes. Everything is figure outable, as Marie Forleo says, and we will find our way through it together. So I'm looking forward to this project together with you, and I just really appreciate you being here today and kind of providing your ideas, thoughts. If you have ideas, throw them my way on social. Yes, I do have phone jacks in here. Don't know why, but there are phone jacks. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and pay attention on social for Black Friday deals. We have Black Friday deals ourselves, so pay attention to email. And also don't forget to enter the M4 Mac giveaway, and some other things being given away from me and other Ecamm partners. So excited about all of it. There's just so much good stuff to come. Yeah, I'll keep you updated on the Podcast Hall of Fame stuff as I get going with that. I am going to be definitely interested in opening up my horizons, my eyes to ears to new types of podcasters. One of the things that we're working on is being more aware of all of the different people. Like, there's so many great talents out there, so many great podcasts, but I'm very well connected because I've been doing this for so very long. But I can't know everybody. So I am going to be looking to lean on you for support of exposure, and helping us all as the Podcast Hall of Fame board of directors really find new people, new talent, new podcasts. So I look forward to that. I will provide you more details on that later. That's funny. I really liked that comment, by the way. That was hilarious. But all right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And all right, let's dance this baby out without music. Bye.